to Paris-Berlin flight number 5591. Please proceed immediately to gate 1.
So I touched down into Edinburgh late last night after a 22-hour commute. It's about 10 a.m. here now, and I've had about 8 hours sleep, so I like to think I've cheated the jet lag, but I guess that sort of remains to be seen. Not much on today until matey number 1 arrives, then we'll see what happens from there. Jordy, give us a wave. Okay. There we go, that's much better. Send the whatsies to Max? What is? Yeah.
Videos. You still have to send them to people.
The Waverley. All of this, man. All of that. Look at that for an author. That's crazy.
In Belgium, we're going to be doing this right next to
Yeah. What is that?
Welcome to Dundee, or in the Gaelic, Fort Fire, a seaport town with a long history of conflict. Burnt to the ground in 1558, besieged by Royalist Marquis of Montrose in 1645, then finally destroyed by George Monk's parliamentary forces in 1651, Dundee is now under a £1 billion regeneration project to reconnect the city centre with the waterfront. Introducing matey number 2.
Dexter, say hello. Hello. So I touched down into Ghent late last night, and this place is beautiful.
Sucks to be Tim Wong. Fuck you, Tim.
Welcome to Ghent. You'll also notice that my voice is a bit froggy. I think the cold temperature is starting to get to me. We have 8 days here in Ghent, and the plan is to do some day trips to the outlying towns like Brugge and Antwerp, maybe even Brussels, and hopefully I get my voice back sometime soon.
Welcome to Brugge, a name deriving from Old Dutch as bridge. Beginning as a fortified settlement built after Julius Caesar's conquest of the Menapii in the 1st century BC, Brugge was again refortified in the 9th century to stave off Viking incursions, and finally received its city charter in 1128, where its iconic walls and canals were built. Brugge is now one of Belgium's major tourist destinations and a hub for European studies.
Welcome to Brussels in the start of this video.
Start of this video? We'll be the judge of that, thank you, Dexter. Though first recorded in 695 by the Bishop of Cambrai, the founding of Brussels is known to have occurred around 979, during a transfer of relics from the village of Marseille to the city's then St. Gilgericus chapel. Famous for its waffles, chocolate, French fries, and numerous types of beers, Brussels is also known as the capital of the European Union and home to over 5 million people.
Welcome to Antwerp.
The largest city in Belgium at 79 square miles and boasting Europe's second largest port, the city is also known for its grand railway station and diverse population, one spread across 180 different nationalities. Interesting to note is the name Antwerpen, which is from the Dutch handwerpen, or hand throwing. As the folklore tale goes, a giant called Antigone extracted a toll from passing boatmen near the Scheldt River, severing the hand of anyone who did not pay. He was to eventually be undone by one Silvius Brabo, returning the favour by cutting off the giant's own hand.
So we're coming to the end of our stay here in Ghent, and of all the cities we've seen these past few days, Ghent's still very much the highlight. Antwerp's a great place to visit for the chocolate, and I recommend anyone visiting to check out the Chocolate Museum, which is just across the road from the central station there. At the end of the tour, you get to sort of have free reign on these different vats that are just filled with liquid chocolates of different flavours, and it's so good. Brussels is always good because it's a huge city and there's always plenty to do there. Last time we were there, though, at night time there was a light show that happened in Grand Place, but unfortunately it wasn't on this time around. Bruges is also a very beautiful city, but more so in its central area as opposed to Ghent. I also had the best panini I think I've ever had. I think it was at the bakery in St. Paul's or St. Nicholas's, something like that. But very good food, very cheap too. Nuts. Ghostbusters.
Look behind you.
What is it?
Look behind you.
Welcome to Amsterdam.
Once a small fishing village in the late 12th century, Amsterdam rose to prominence in the 17th century, when the Netherlands entered a golden age of trade, arts, and science.
Is V anywhere near us? I haven't looked back in a while.
Home to figures such as Rembrandt, Vincent van Gogh, and my personal hero, Anne Frank, the city is known for its Vikings, canals, and liberties that aren't so readily available anywhere else. Liberties such as the such as Amsterdam's applesauce, and weed. Situated on the Netherlands' west coast, The Hague is the Netherlands' administrative hub and place of government, home to the main judicial arm of the UN and roughly 200 other governmental organisations. While the city's conception is vague, it was granted its rights by none other than Napoleon Bonaparte's younger brother Louis in 1806.
Waiting for Danny the girl is singing songs to me beneath the marquee overload.
We're now moving on to the final leg of our journey, which is Tromso in northern Norway. So we're up there for about 8 days, and I'm hoping to see the Northern Lights while we're up there. And I've also got some dog sledding booked, so that should be a bit of fun.
A place of Norse and Sami heritage, and once a frontier against the Russians, Tromso is an ideal town to experience an Arctic wonderland of winter activities, as well as a polar night season you have to see to believe. Dog sledding, deer sledding, northern light tours, traditional Sami experiences. Don't be afraid to book as many of these as you can. They may get cancelled depending on weather conditions and safety.
Sometimes it's like some chicken like baby and cheese on kind of 6-inch like a little muscle.
I've been into Finland to get rid of these last clouds.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. There it is. Oh my goodness. I got it on my camera. Yeah. It's just there. Yeah. Look at that. That's insane.